Antonio starts right now.
A big turnout for the first day of early voting. We're going to compare the numbers from previous years and what Barrett County election officials say about those long lines.
Sad story here. An infant is shot and killed by a child in the medical center area parking lot. And now the Barrett County Medical Examiner is releasing the name of that child.
And this morning, we're hosting a special phone bank to help people affected by recent hurricanes in the southeast. The Red Cross urgently needs volunteers nationwide who can deploy for at least 2 weeks to help in the aftermath of these disasters.
Now, you see that number right there on your screen. We need you guys to get up and start dialing right now. We have someone standing by to take your call. Coming up, we're going to show you how the American Red Cross is providing a direct link for you to make a difference in the lives of those that need it the most right now.
Absolutely. So a lot going on here. It is Tuesday, October 22nd. Good morning to everyone out there.
Good morning. Welcome back, RJ.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, real quick, I just want to say happy anniversary to my wife. Celebrated that a couple of days ago. So that's why I was off yesterday.
That is super duper
Yes,
sweet.
yeah.
So who's also super sweet is Justin Horn, because guess what? He's bringing in another beautiful, refreshing morning temperatures right now.
Thank you for that introduction. Yes. It is. It feels okay. It's not as cold as yesterday, Jaffney, though. I'll tell you that. We're at 70, upper 60s right now. Yesterday, if you remember, we dropped down into the low 60s. Still going to be nice, nonetheless. Let's first start with a look at the numbers. 70 here in San Antonio right now. 67 in Converse. 65 in Bandera. 70 up there in Comfort. Yes, a little bit warmer. Maybe a little bit more humidity this morning. And we have some clouds. We'll see how long those clouds hang around, but they should be here for a while this morning. So we'll call it mostly cloudy to start, and then partly cloudy to mostly clear by the afternoon. Temperatures right back where they were yesterday, 87. And as we look at the headlines here, I'm trying not to be too negative because, well, there's not a lot to talk about, and it's just the lack of rainfall has been really the biggest issue. So since September 5th, that was our last day of measurable rainfall at San Antonio International. Pretty incredible. And we do not have any rainfall over the next 7 days, so our drought is going to worsen. And one thing I'm going to look at this morning is the aquifer. It's dropping fast, and we're starting to reach some numbers that aren't so great. We'll show those to you coming up here in just a few minutes. But yes, at least it's nice outside this morning. And how are things looking traffic-wise?
It's nice on the roadways too, Justin. Okay, so far, we don't see any incidents happening right now from this perspective. We're looking at some of the cameras going around. TransGuide, I-37 to Alamo Dome, looking good. I-37 in Fair Avenue, you're also looking great. As always, we do have those construction zones that are popping up throughout the city right now. Again, that same typical construction zone at I-10 at East Woodlawn, construction at Loop 1604, Babcock. So again, if any of those situations are causing some type of disturbance, we'll be sure to update you throughout this morning. Right, RJ?
That is right. Yeah, 1604 Heemner, things are looking great out there right now. Let's go ahead and check in with our guy on the ground, Alex Gomez. He's in Drive Cam for us on this Tuesday morning. Good Tuesday morning, Alex.
Yeah, happy Tuesday, RJ. Check this out. This area is going to be on the northeast side, 35 northbound at Walsum, but great driving conditions this morning. I've got no complaints over here, but I'm going to be looking for those slowdowns. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back, RJ. That's
right. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Alex. And again, Alex will be scanning the roads for us the rest of our 5 o'clock hour. But again, no major incidents to let you know at this time. Jaffney?
All right, to a story that has definitely rocked a lot of people online right now. It's trending at KSAT.com this morning. We now know the name of the 10-month-old infant who was killed after accidentally being shot by a toddler in the parking lot. San Antonio police say that it happened inside of a vehicle that was parked outside of the VA hospital. The Barrett County Medical Examiner says that the 10-month-old was Kamari Coles Lang. The infant was in the car with two other young children yesterday afternoon, 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. SAPD Chief William McManus says that either the 3-year-old or the 2-year-old found a rifle in the back seat and accidentally shot the baby. There was a woman with the children, but right now we do not know if she was with the children at the time of the shooting or if any charges will be filed.
Yeah, sad story there. Now to an update on a story we've been following closely for months now. The Barrett County Sheriff's Office found possible evidence in connection with a shooting that you saw right there. You remember this surveillance video that killed a 4-year-old girl and injured 4 family members. Well, a few weeks ago, Barrett County requested help from the Harris County dive team to search Calaveras Lake, but that team didn't find anything at that time. Well, last week, BCSO did tests of their own. You see right there, testing how far they could throw a weapon similar to the one that they were looking for off a bridge bridge and into the lake. Well, the Harris County team looked around those spots and found a Draco pistol submerged in the mud.
This homicide of this little girl is a horrible thing, and it's always at the forefront of what we're doing, and we're not going to stop until somebody faces justice for that.
Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar, you saw him right there, said that the gun was loaded and they're hoping it will match shell casings left behind at the scene of the shooting. The people who were arrested as persons of interest in this case have bonded out and are on GPS monitors as part of the conditions of their release.
The future depends on it. Democracy depends on it.
So the first day of early voting is in the books, and many of you got straight to the task. Specifically, we're talking about 46,820 people in Bexar County voted yesterday. That makes it a record-breaking first day for early voters.
Yeah, very busy on the polls yesterday. So to compare, here's a look at how many people in Bexar County came out for the first day of early voting back in 2020 and 2016. As you can see, yesterday's turnout was definitely much higher.
So that's notable because, of course, many voters had to wait in long lines, which was expected. Also, voters had to make more decisions because the ballot is a lot longer this year.
But about those long lines, don't blame the voting machines just for that. Elections Administrator Jackie Callanan says some people had to wait to vote because simply there were just too many people ahead of them in line.
Am I sorry they have to stand in line? Yes. Am I excited that there's great crowds out there? You better believe it.
Go ahead and scan that QR code that you see on your screen right there for everything you need to know before you head to the polls. Of course, it's always best to be prepared. If you want to vote early but haven't yet, don't worry. You have until November 1st to vote early. And then there's always going to be Election Day as well.
Meanwhile, the race for the White House is heading into the final stretch with most polls showing Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump neck and neck in the key states with 2 weeks to go. So far, more than 15 million people have already voted nationwide. Vice President Kamala Harris visited the suburbs of Detroit, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia yesterday, making a play for Republican women with former Representative Liz Cheney. Trump made a swing through North Carolina and tore some storm damage from Hurricane Helene in Asheville as he tries to shore up his support in the crucial battleground state with early voting underway. In your morning headlines, an East Texas man whose execution was halted and then called to testify to the state capitol did not attend his hearing yesterday. Robert Robertson's absence at a highly anticipated State House committee meeting was another twist in what has become one of Texas's most unusual and contested death row cases. A group of Republican and Democratic lawmakers have rushed to Robertson's defense, saying outdated science led to a jury convicting him of killing his 2-year-old daughter in 2002. The delayed execution has opened a rift in Texas between legislators and state GOP leaders, including Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who says that the last-minute maneuver on Robertson's behalf crossed the line. Robertson had been set last Thursday to become the first person in the U.S. executed over a murder conviction connected to a diagnosis of shaken baby syndrome.
All right, so there's still a lot of recovery going on in the southeast right now. The devastation from Hurricane Helene, that was a Category 4 storm that made landfall in Florida's Big Bend region on September 26 and caused devastation across 4 states in the southeast. It was reported to be the deadliest hurricane since Katrina.
And then just 2 weeks later, October the 9th, Hurricane Milton hit Florida as a Category 3 storm, leaving little time for communities to recover. These catastrophic storms have passed, but the cleanup and recovery still ongoing today. So that's why this morning we are hosting a special phone bank to help those affected by the hurricanes. You see it right there live and in action right now. The Red Cross urgently needing additional volunteers nationwide who can deploy for at least 2 weeks to help in the aftermath of these disasters. Again, that number you see on your screen right there, 210-351-1363. Please get up, start dialing, do what you can to get back to a great cause. We have someone standing by to take your call.
Yeah, those are in fact some students from St. Anthony helping us out this morning. So go ahead and give them a call here. The executive director of Central and South Texas Red Cross says funding is critical. The nonprofit has already spent millions to aid hurricane victims and anticipates being in the southeastern region for as long as the support is needed in the next couple of months. And you can help directly support the Red Cross right now. by just go ahead and giving us a call. And it is definitely much needed support for those storm victims. Again, that number to call, 210-351-1363.
Let's get those phones ringing. I don't want to see anybody not answering the phone right now. We need to get a lot of people calling right now because, again, this is a big, big issue that has affected everybody in America.
And I saw those kids walking in, so thankful that they are helping their time out here for us to try and get some of these donations going.
It is 5:10 right now. We got 70 degrees outside.
All right, almost everyone gets them sometimes, and some can definitely be worse than others. We're talking about headaches, y'all, but which medicine is the best to get rid of headaches the fastest? We're going to tell you what a doctor thinks coming up next.
And we're going to take a live look outside at the city of San Antonio. Good morning. It is time to start getting up. We have so much more ahead, including more on this phone bank, more on your forecast, some sports talk, and of course, anything else you need to know to get your day started on this Tuesday. Welcome back. It is 5:14. Okay, so check this out. Your head hurts. Maybe you were staring at your computer for way too long, whether you were staring at your phone or you skipped breakfast or just didn't sleep well. You likely don't want a headache lingering, but not every medication works at the same time. So here's what to have on hand to treat those headaches fast.
Almost everyone gets them sometimes, and some can be worse than others.
I get a headache every other day. Mom life.
Research shows the prevalence for tension-type headaches is about 27% of the general population, while the prevalence for migraines is about 15%.
Once I get that headache, I'm like, let me chug some water. Did I drink my coffee? Am I hungry? Like, what is it that I need to do to get back on track?
Doctors say, along with doing everything you can to prevent a headache, you'll also need a rescue plan for when one starts.
Time is of essence. You have to take medication right away. And one of the things that we discuss with our patients here in the office is we talk about treating immediately.
Let me take some painkillers.
Which over-the-counter meds will give you the fastest pain relief?
In a study comparing ibuprofen with acetaminophen, people who took 400 milligrams of ibuprofen had better and faster pain relief than those who took 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen.
With ibuprofen, you should know that long-term use at high dosages or more than 2,400 milligrams per day may cause an increased risk of cardiovascular events. Some supplements and alternative treatments might also help your headache. Studies show migraine sufferers have less attacks per month when they take some of these. Sometimes a headache can be a sign of something serious. Here are some conditions that should prompt you to call 911 or have someone take you to the ER. If you are pregnant, a headache can mean your blood pressure is too high. Also, you might suffer tension-type headaches after exercising, but if it includes pain in your chest, jaw, or neck, it could mean a heart attack and you should get medical help.
So it might sound odd, but several studies suggest that consuming ginger, either the root itself or in powder form, can ease the migraines. Also, an ice pack or ice face mask. You can also try a hot pack or a hot bath to alleviate a tension headache. Now, I prefer not eating a raw root of ginger, so I think I'll take the hot bath.
I mean, whatever works for y'all out there, but
yeah, I mean,
I've
that's
heard
interesting.
that ginger's good for you, though.
Yeah, no.
I mean, anything to make those headaches go away. Yeah, definitely
even if it's
can,
pungent.
ruin your time.
Yeah.
It's a good word. 5:16 right now, 70 degrees outside.
All right, live look right now at Drive Cam. We see, wipers are going. Alex Gomez pulling into some type of gas station we see right there. So we'll figure out what he's talking about. Oh, yeah, I was just like, no, it's not raining. Either way, we'll get to all that and what we need to know after this.
And as we go to break this morning, we're hosting a special phone bank to help those affected by those hurricanes that we saw over the past month or so. You can see the number on your screen right now. That's 210-351-1363. We got St. Anthony's in the house with us to help us by. They're standing by to take your call right now.
American Red Cross has already spent millions to aid hurricane victims. However, funding is definitely critical. You can help directly support those affected right now. Again, the number 210-351-1363.
All right, 519, welcome back. Well, we are just 2 days away, Jaffney, from Wemby, year 2. You see the man right there. And also the Spurs tipping off the regular season against the Dallas Mavericks.
The Spurs added Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, and Wemby bulked up a bit in the offseason. You see his body. But the offseason, it played well in the Olympics. The team is expected to complete for at least a play-in spot for turnaround what's been a rough stretch. Here's Wemby.
What excites me most, clearly, getting a taste of the high level of the NBA, the getting closer to winning a championship, because that's the goal. That's the long-term goal.
I feel like we got a lot better. New season, competitive, want to win. I feel like we're hungry. So I feel like new season, new start, we're ready to go come Thursday.
Yeah, definitely. Always excited. It's been a long off season. Guys been working very hard, so excited to start playing some real games.
All right. Well, the Spurs will start their regular season on the road against Dallas, against Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, their I-35 rivals. This will be Thursday night, 6:30. The Mavs right now are 7.5-point favorites for the opener. But as Justin Horn has been saying for the past, 5 years now? Hashtag shock the world.
Let's do it.
It's going to happen eventually.
I love it.
One of these days, that's going to work out for Justin. All right, yes, we are going. Go Spurs, go. Let's do it.
Let's go out to TransGuide real quick, see what's going on. Of course, traffic is moving along just fine. I don't see any incidents popping up outside of those construction sites that we were talking about earlier. I-37 in Houston, you're looking pretty good. We got Loop 1604 in Gold Canyon. Always looking great. Now, we were talking about how Alex Gomez, I thought he was in some rain at first, but he might have been just cleaning his
Yeah, Alex, what's going on out there, man?
Yeah, good morning. Now, I'm just making sure that drive cam is a little bit clean because the windshield was a little bit dirty, but don't worry, I've got that cleaned up already. Now I'm over here driving on the far east side, I-10 westbound, just inside 1604, and you're right, I'm just seeing a little bit of construction, no accidents. So I'm still going to be out here in drive cam, and I'm still getting ready for the spooky season, Halloween. Today I am listening to Rockwell.
Ooh.
Hey, Jaffney. I always feel like
somebody's watching me.
Nice.
It's just a dream. Hey, I love that. When I come home at night. Don't get me started. Okay, Alex, you got me going.
Alex, all right, there we go. Alex jamming out this morning.
That's actually one of my favorite Halloween songs.
But the chorus is sang by
Michael Jackson.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, that's right.
He is showing out.
It's a good song. It is. Now it's going to be in my head.
Just ask Justin.
How about that song?
That's a new one. Song. Yeah, that's a good jingle. Today's question, and you can vote, KSAT.com/poll or scan the QR code. If you were to catch a flight out of San Antonio today, which direction would you need to travel for the plane to go fastest? So obviously what we're hinting at here is that weather can help the speed of the plane. Would you go north, east, south, or west?
So Santa Claus, he moves real fast in the North Pole, so.
Yeah, but he's zigzags.
Okay, I got some questions about this.
Okay.
We're talking about speed of the plane?
Yes. In other words.
Because I got another way. I think this is like a trick question or something.
Don't overthink it, RJ.
Don't overthink it.
I'm
Don't
overthinking
overthink it.
because I got some thoughts.
Listen, it's like if you had a tailwind. So think about it like that.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
We'll answer later.
We already got a vote.
Hey!
For East. All right. Let's jump into the forecast. We'll think about that question and let us know what you think. Again, you can vote KSAT.com/poll. How many days until Halloween? 9. Time change, 11 days. Election day is 13 days away. So we get Halloween, the time change, and Election Day in succession here very quickly. Thanksgiving is 37 days away. For RJ and Jaffney, who want to check out my Amazon wish list.
There we go.
You got 64 days.
I got you, man.
Nice.
Okay. New Year's Day is 71 days away. So we're getting there. We're getting into that time of season where you would expect it to get cooler. You would expect there to be cold fronts. You would expect there to be some rain. Nothing. I know. As I said off the top of the show, I don't want to be too negative about this forecast, but it is not a great forecast in the sense that drought is really starting to take over again. 70 right now in San Antonio, 65 in New Braunfels, 67 in Converse, upper 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. We've got some morning clouds out there. These clouds will last for a few hours this morning, and then I think we break out into some sun this afternoon. As we look at the futurecast here, everything is moving west to east across the country as you look at the upper level winds. And a little bit of a hint there, if you're listening. Futurecast shows that we continue to see some dry conditions across much of the country. And with high pressure starting to nudge in, that's going to make things even quieter. We're not getting those big dips in the jet stream that would bring down some cold air or perhaps a frontal boundary to give us some rain. So this is it's a dry pattern not only for us, but for a large portion of the country. Drought is starting to kick in across the United States. It's been pretty interesting so far. And you look at the rainfall potential over the next 7 days, there's not much. It's all out over the Atlantic or out of the Pacific. But the middle part of the country is just not seeing anything. And again, that includes us. So you look at the aquifer, and these are the aquifer low points throughout our history here. We know August 1957 was one of the lowest. It was the lowest, 612.5. But today's level is at 626.3. So we're starting to drift back into some record territory for the aquifer too. We know the reservoirs are suffering. So all of this to say some rain would be good, but it's just not in the cards yet. 79 noontime, we'll be up around 87 this afternoon. In the extended forecast, 89 Wednesday, 90 on Thursday. And look for some upper 80s into the weekend and next week, but mostly sunny skies across the board.
Hey.
You know, we're still talking about that rock song. I always thought that was Michael. It is Michael Jackson. I thought Michael Jackson was the whole song.
Oh no, Michael was just that. He was that beautiful piece that entered into it.
But
you know?
Rockwell was like the son of a famous record producer, right?
I wouldn't know it.
Oh,
but I just know he always feel like. Okay. Guys, it is 5. Look at Justin the groove. 5:26 right now, 7 degrees outside.
All right, coming up, our latest KSAT investigates. We're talking about animal care services. They are accused of censoring more than 400 comments on their Facebook page. What KSAT investigates found out about those comments.
And we're doing a big cause right now. Huge call to action before we go to break. This morning, we are hosting that special phone bank. You've been hearing about it all day, collecting donations for those affected by hurricanes. You see that number on your screen right now, 21. We have someone standing by to take your call.
Welcome back to GMSA. A San Antonio city agency accused of censoring more than 400 comments on its Facebook page in just 1 month.
Animal Care Services was called out last month by the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. Now, the group uncovered records showing ACS apparently hid the comments from its official Facebook page.
As a city agency, Animal Care Services can't censor speech because it doesn't like the viewpoint being expressed or to insulate itself from criticism.
And tonight on the Night Beat, how ACS responded after being called out by the group for the hidden comments.
All right, 5:30 right now and 70 degrees outside. Of course, we are getting you going here on your Tuesday morning.
One of the biggest races on the ballot besides the presidential contest is between Ted Cruz and Colin Allred. Our Steve Spriester spoke with both. You can see what both had to say to voters as they head to the polls for early voting. Welcome back. It is 5:33. Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton caused major destruction across the Southeast. And these catastrophic storms have passed, but the cleanup and recovery are ongoing.
And that's why we are this morning hosting a special phone bank to help those affected by those hurricanes. You see those folks right there. The number on your screen to call right now, 210-351-1363. And we have a group of individuals standing by to take your calls.
Keep those phones ringing, guys, so you can help directly support the Red Cross right now and give much needed support to the storm victims. Good morning, and thanks so much for waking up with us on this Tuesday. Obviously, it's a busy Tuesday, and it's one that we want you guys to be involved with, especially dealing with this phone bank.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to have an interview right now. We have someone with the Red Cross standing by. He's hanging out with us in the studio, Julian Garza. So we'll talk to him in just a little bit more about this effort.
And speaking with people about, the efforts, early voting has started, right? And I was in line with a lot of people yesterday, but guess what? I did not break a sweat. I didn't break a sweat.
I was going to ask if you were
Except I came early. I was in the early time.
I was about to say, did you stay in the shade?
Yeah, no, well, I was in the back of the line. Whatever it was.
Yeah, it was a little warm, but great to see so many people out and about voting. And it's going to be warm again today if you're heading out there to cast your early ballot. Pollen count. This was yesterday's. Mold is low, ragweed is low, so no big issues here. We continue to see some better counts than we did at least last week, where ragweed was pretty high. We still are technically in ragweed season. Temperatures this morning, warmer than yesterday. We're at 70 here in San Antonio, 60s as you go east. Actually, warmer numbers as you go west, and it likely has to do with cloud cover. We are seeing some morning clouds. Those will hang around for a few hours this morning, and then we'll break out into partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies this afternoon. 87 is your high, so above average yet again, a lot like yesterday. We'll talk about the extended forecast and this lack of rainfall coming up in just a couple minutes, but let's look at your roadways now and get you out the door this morning.
All right, things looking pretty good for the most part as we take a look here at 35 Schertz Parkway. Seeing a little bit of delays there over on the access road, but 90 Military Drive traffic looking pretty good. 35 at San Pedro, there was a report of some road debris out there, but it looks like that has been cleared out, Japhanie.
Let's go over to Alex Gomez. He is our eyes on the roads and the windshield looking great. Alex, what's going on right now? I see some flashing lights ahead of you.
Good morning, Japhanie. Yeah, it looks like we do have a fresh incident over here on the north side. This is going to be 410 westbound, right at the exit to Broadway. It looks like we're going to have at least 3 lanes closed right now. I did hear a report of a MV cycle, so it looks like a possible motorcycle crash that happened over here on the north side. Again, 410 westbound at Broadway. We are going to have multiple lanes closed on the right side, Japhanie.
All right, Alex, thanks so much. Stay on top of that. Of course, we'll figure out, hopefully we get some more details as the show progresses.
Well, today is day 2 of early voting. The first day is in the books, and thousands of you definitely hit the polls.
Oh, yes, I was one of them. Okay, in all, 46,820 people in Bexar County voted yesterday. So it was a record-breaking first day for the early voters.
So, yes, well, go ahead, Jeff.
One of the big races of the ballot is Senator Ted Cruz's race against Congressman Colin Allred. Our Steve Spreester spoke with both candidates separately and then one-on-one to get their thoughts on the state of the country, the campaigns, and the future of Texas.
That's right. From a historical standpoint, Democrats have an uphill road to a Senate win, with the last Democratic candidate, Lloyd Bentsen, winning all the way back in 1988. But polling shows that this could be a tight race. So Steve Spreester asked both Cruz after his weekend event in New Braunfels, spoke to him and Colin Allred when he visited KSAT over the weekend, what they want Texans to know as they start heading to the polls.
That's one thing you say that the biggest difference of why they should vote for Ted Cruz.
Look, I'll give you 3 words. Keep Texas, Texas. That's the whole theme of our campaign. You know, we've had for more than a decade, over 1,000 people a day have moved to Texas. There are a lot of reasons they move, but the number one reason is Texas is where the jobs are. And they're fleeing from blue states like California, New York, New Jersey, Illinois. Colin Allred is campaigning as a Nancy Pelosi California liberal.
And I've been the most bipartisan Texan in Congress, and I want to bring us together around our shared values in the Senate. I want to actually get things done as opposed to just attacking people and never being a part of any solutions the way I've seen Senator Cruz be. And I think we're ready for this. And I also think that fundamentally, we've had some really horrific things happening in our state, particularly around taking away a woman's right to choose, that we have to restore some of these fundamental rights.
Well, you can watch the unedited interviews with Colin Allred and Ted Cruz right now on KSAT Plus and KSAT.com by hitting that QR code that you see on your screen. They are the latest editions of Spreester Sessions.
San Antonio police arrested 4 people after a shooting. And get this is happened in a car chase as well. All of the suspects were minors. San Antonio police say that it happened around 4 p.m. yesterday. Someone fired shots at Gambler Road and North W.W. White Road. Investigators say that one woman was hit and the vehicle the shots came from sped off. But the vehicle stopped after it hit a curb and spun out. Once police got in, they say that they found several guns. They also think more suspects are still out there.
Now, the courtroom where the mother of a man who was murdered back in 2018 is still fighting for justice in her son's name. Phyllis Little says the legal system failed her son, Terrence Scott. The man accused of killing Scott, Trey Moria Powell, has his murder charges dismissed in 2023, but was rearrested last week on family violence charges. And Little wonders if she will ever see justice for her son and if the district attorney's office will ever prosecute Powell.
Because how does this guy kill my son in a club full, which they said the club was overcrowded, in a club full of people and he gets dismissed on a technicality, basically, because you guys didn't do the leg work or the case work. Because what's more important than murder?
Well, Powell is now facing or awaiting indictment on the recent charges that he was arrested for.
It is now 5:40. We're looking at 70 degrees outside.
All right, so we're hosting this phone bank here. Before we go to break, this, of course, is a special phone bank for those affected by those recent hurricanes in the southeast. You see the number coming up on your screen. In just a little bit, you see it pop up right there, 210-351-1363. We have someone standing by to take your call.
And it's a little bit too quiet in there for my liking, too, by the way. We need to get those phones ringing. Of course, this is the live lookout at the city of San Antonio. Again, good morning, San Antonio. Thanks so much for waking up with us. We got so much more ahead, and more importantly, again, that phone bank. We're trying to get people calling to give back to a great cause. An interview coming up next with a special guest. Welcome back. It is 5:44, so we know the devastation from Hurricanes Helene and Milton have caused devastation across southeastern states. These catastrophic storms have passed, but unfortunately that cleanup and recovery is still ongoing.
Yeah, that is a very shocking video right there when you see all the damage left behind. So this morning we're hosting a special phone bank to provide help for those affected by those hurricanes. The Red Cross urgently needs additional volunteers nationwide who can deploy for at least 2 weeks to help in the aftermath of these disasters.
So you see the number on your screen. We've been talking about it all day. 210-351-1363. Someone is on standby to take your call. Executive Director of Central and South Texas, Red Cross says funding super critical right now. Nonprofit has already spent millions to aid at hurricane victims and anticipates being in the southeastern region for as long as support is needed in the coming months.
And you can help directly support the Red Cross right now and give much needed support to storm victims. Again, that number on your screen, 210-351-1363.
Okay, so back in the studio, which is right down the hall from the phone bank. This morning, we're joined by Julian Garza. Of course, he's a community volunteer leader with the American Red Cross. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for hanging out with us, Julian. We know this is very important to you. So you're going to be here to talk about the ongoing efforts with the American Red Cross and volunteers, obviously providing all the help to all these people that are left without power, food, and basically their homes for the time being. Yeah.
So, Julian, I know you have played a very important role. If you could, can you explain to our viewers what has that role been, especially dealing with these catastrophic events?
Yeah, of course. So over the last couple of months, due to all the hurricanes going on, we've been trying to be able to get the logistics apart of trying to process how everything's going. And as you saw on your screen there, we have a comfort kit set on front of the table of our volunteers. And in those comfort kits, we have some just basic cleaning supplies as far as hygiene kits goes, and just trying to be able to gather as much as we can for people that are affected.
So are you guys mostly just kind of taking in donations right now, or are you taking in supplies? Is it a combination of both, or what do I guess people need to know, or what's the best way that they can help out?
Right, so the best way we can help out is just basically with donations. Right now, as far as it goes, our financial need is be able to get the supplies out. So right now, donations going a long way to help our cause.
So you've been volunteering for about how long now?
For about a year now.
A year now?
Yes.
I need to know, obviously it takes very special individuals to be involved into big causes like this. Why do you do it?
Right, so I have a quick story for you. So actually, when I went to University of Houston, and the first year that I was there, Hurricane Harvey hit. And when Hurricane Harvey hit, I was when I actually saw a lot of the Red Cross volunteers come out. And ever since that moment, I realized, hey, I can be a part of this.
Yeah.
This is something that I can do. And ever since then, I kind of just been able to work around with it, get with Red Cross, and obviously here now. So.
Amen.
And real quick, Julian, what is the main message that you want to have for our viewers out there that may be watching? And obviously we want them to donate, but just the main message you had on behalf of Red Cross.
Of course, yeah. It's obviously if you can donate, if you can. If not, always we're also looking to have volunteers. We never have enough volunteers. So if you can also go out to redcross.org and you can sign up. And basically, if you have the time, we also need volunteers, but of course, if not, we also taking donations.
Thank you so much, Julian. And again, that number on your screen behind me as well. I go to the right way. There you go. 210-351-1363. There you go. Again, that special phone bank happening right now for the very cause that he represents. Thank you again so much, Julian.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Julian. All right, time now is 5:47, 70 degrees outside.
Looking at Drive Cam right now, Alex Gomez appears to be at some type of situation. This is probably the situation that he was talking about earlier, right, RJ?
Yeah, 410 at Broadway. Looks like it's around the San Antonio airport. We're going to check in with Alex coming up on the other end of this break. All right, 5:50 right now. Welcome back. We have got a major mess right now on the north side of town near the San Antonio airport. Multiple lanes blocked at 410 westbound at Broadway. Let's go and check in with Alex Gomez right now because he has been on the ground. Alex was there actually before we got some emergency officials out there. Alex, how are things looking?
Yeah, it's not going to be good, RJ. We do have a confirmed fatality over here on the north side, 410 westbound, right at Nacogdoches. We did have about 3 lanes blocked on the right side, and as you can see with all this, the headlights right here, 410 westbound is going to be backed up from Nacogdoches Road back to about Harry Wurzbach. But again, this is going to be a confirmed fatality, so this is going to be here for quite some time, at least a good portion of the morning commute, RJ.
That is terrible to hear this morning. Again, like you mentioned, it is popping up right now on transit.
Yeah, and I believe you said it involved maybe potentially a motorcyclist, Alex, initially?
Yeah, it came out as a reported MV Psycho / MV Pet, so that could be a pedestrian or a motorcycle. I do not see a motorcycle out here.
Okay.
But it could be a pedestrian, maybe possibly somebody trying to cross the highway here.
Okay, well, we will continue to monitor that situation out there. Again, 410 at Nacogdoches there on the westbound lanes.
All right, guys, I want to take you to a video that Skywatcher Oscar sent in. This is from Parman Library yesterday in Stone Oak. Look at the parking spaces. Well, there are none. This was for early voting, and I think this was the scene in a lot of spots. You see the line of cars there waiting to get in to vote. So pretty impressive turnout for early voting. And Skywatcher, as always, we appreciate it. Looks like he had his drone up yesterday, so thank you for sharing that with us. Our forecast today, if you're planning on doing some voting, looks good. A little cloudy this morning. Temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s. Then noontime 79. We make our way up to 87 this afternoon. Mostly sunny by the afternoon hours. It will be another warm day. It's just the downside is we are now at 46 days without measurable rain, consecutive days. This is the longest stretch since 1996. And the record long stretch is 63 days. Just to put it into perspective, I think we'll be in range of that because we've got 7 more days at least of dry weather. So this is not a good stat. We're going to keep sharing it with you each and every day just to kind of put it into perspective for you on how dry it has been. And it's not just us. Much of the country dealing with dry weather. There's an upper level low right there, but it's not producing much rain. There's a little bit of rain in the Dakotas. But you look from coast to coast, there is just not much rain to be had across the United States today, and that includes right here in Texas. And going forward, the weather pattern is quiet. You got everything moving west to east still. We don't have any of those big troughs developing. We don't have cold air coming down from Canada. And in fact, the Ridge 5 pressure kind of tries to nudge in. So that's going to keep things quiet and will keep things warm. Our rainfall now, we are now 5, almost 6 inches below average, 21.29 for the year. Austin has dropped 2 inches below average, and Del Rio 7, almost 8 inches below average. And this is our rainy season, so you would expect to get some rain this time of year. Not happening. Right now, 70 in San Antonio, 60s elsewhere. We got mid-60s there around New Braunfels. In your extended forecast, we're going to go 89 Wednesday, 90 Thursday. It's hot, and upper 80s this weekend. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Ahead on GMSA at 6, the investigation continues into the infant who was shot and killed by a child in the medical center area parking lot. What we've learned from the Bexar County Medical Examiner in the past hour.
In a developing traffic situation near the San Antonio airport, you're looking at 410 and Nacogdoches. We have what is being reported right now is a fatal accident on the westbound lanes. Multiple lanes shut down. We're going to check in with Alex at the top of 6 a.m. to get the very latest out there.
And of course, as we go to break this morning, we are hosting that special phone bank. We've been telling you about it all morning long for those affected by hurricanes. You can see the number on your screen right now. We have someone standing by to take your call at 210-351-1363.